Have you ever tried to go to bed early, thinking it's the key to staying healthy, only to wake up feeling even more tired and sluggish? If so, you're not alone. Many people, especially as they get older, find that going to bed early doesn't always lead to better sleep or improved health. It may be the opposite of what your body needs. For many of us, especially those in our later years, we've been conditioned to believe that an early bedtime is the perfect remedy for good health. Early to bed, early to rise. But what if that's not true for everyone? As we age, our bodies and sleep patterns go through significant changes, and it turns out that the classic sleep advice we've always heard may not be the best approach for everyone. In this video, we'll break down why that well-meaning advice might be doing more harm than good for some of us, particularly older adults. We'll dive deep into the science behind how our circadian rhythms shift as we get older, and why forcing ourselves to sleep when we're not truly tired can disrupt our natural sleep cycle, leaving us feeling even worse than before. Additionally, we'll explore the fascinating role of melatonin, a hormone that plays a major part in regulating our sleep, and how its production decreases with age. This decrease in melatonin could be why you often wake up in the middle of the night or feel restless, even after spending hours in bed. We'll also share expert advice on how to adjust your sleep habits to make sure you're getting the most out of your sleep, no matter your age. If you're tired of waking up groggy and want to finally experience a truly refreshing night's rest, stick around. You'll learn about common sleep mistakes to avoid and the best bedtime practices to help you get the best quality sleep as you age. This could be the key to finally unlocking your best night's sleep yet. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you found this video helpful, please like and share it to help others discover these valuable insights. In a small town in the Midwest, a 72-year-old man named Robert Williams, who had long been considered a role model for healthy living by his community, recently found himself facing an unexpected challenge. Despite his diligent routine of going to bed by 8 p.m. every night to safeguard his health, Robert couldn't shake off the feeling of constant fatigue and sluggishness throughout the day. "I've been sticking to what I thought was the perfect routine," Robert said, shaking his head in frustration. "I go to bed early, and I stay in bed for a solid 9 hours. Yet, strangely, I haven't felt any improvement in my energy. If anything, this unexplainable exhaustion just won't go away." Lately, his condition had worsened. Robert would wake up around 2 or 3 a.m., and no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't manage to fall back asleep. This not only left him feeling drained and frustrated, but it also began to take a toll on his relationship with his wife, Ellen. "I'm doing this for my health," Robert thought to himself, "so why is my body rebelling?" His growing anxiety about the situation was beginning to affect his mood and his day-to-day life. After weeks of sleepless nights, Robert decided to bring up the issue during his regular checkup. As he explained his situation, his doctor listened patiently before suggesting that Robert hadn't expected it. "Could it be that you're going to bed too early?" the doctor asked with a knowing smile. Robert was taken aback. "But I thought early to bed and early to rise was the cornerstone of a healthy lifestyle. Doesn't going to bed early help the body feel more energized?" he asked, genuinely puzzled. Many people, especially older adults, firmly believe that going to bed early and waking up early are the hallmarks of a healthy lifestyle. While this belief isn't inherently wrong, the problem lies in the fact that our bodies change as we age. What works well for younger people doesn't always apply to the elderly. What benefits the younger generation might not necessarily be beneficial for those in their later years. Scientific research has shown that as we age, our circadian rhythms tend to shift. For elderly individuals, this means waking up earlier in the morning compared to when they were younger. However, this doesn't necessarily mean they need to sleep longer hours. The key issue arises when older adults force themselves to go to bed when their bodies aren't truly ready to sleep, or when they follow ingrained habits and societal expectations instead of listening to their natural sleep cues. This can lead to a decline in sleep quality. Experts emphasize that the quality of sleep should always take priority over the number of hours spent in bed. Waking up in the middle of the night or struggling to stay asleep for extended periods are signs that the body's internal rhythm is out of sync with sleep habits. Robert's doctor, understanding his concerns, gently explained, "Instead of forcing yourself into bed earlier, it's important to pay attention to your body's natural signals." For someone like Robert, who was in his early 70s, going to bed between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. is much more in tune with his body's internal clock, helping regulate his sleep patterns and making it easier for him to enjoy restful, quality sleep. After receiving this advice, Robert decided to reevaluate his nighttime habits. He gradually pushed back his bedtime by a little bit each night and began setting aside time for winding down with a good book or some light relaxation before sleep. Just a few weeks later, the changes were undeniable. He found himself waking up fewer times during the night, and he felt more energized and refreshed during the day. Why should elderly people not go to bed too early? When we're younger, our metabolism is generally more active, and we burn energy throughout the day through various activities, making us naturally tired by bedtime. This accumulated fatigue helps us fall asleep more easily. However, as we age, our physical activity tends to decrease, and we expend less energy during the day. As a result, older adults often find that their energy doesn't get used up as efficiently, leaving them feeling less tired when it's time to sleep. Moreover, elderly individuals often experience a reduced sensitivity to external time cues, like light, which once played a big role in signaling when to sleep and when to wake. This change in the biological clock means that going to bed too early can disrupt the body's natural sleep rhythm, leading to shallow sleep and a lack of restorative deep sleep. For some older adults, this can result in what is known as pseudo-sleep, a state where they lie down but don't enter a true sleep cycle, leading to poor sleep quality, even if they spend many hours in bed. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Another important factor is the decrease in melatonin, a hormone that plays a crucial role in sleep regulation. Melatonin is produced by the pineal gland in the brain, and its levels rise in the evening to signal to the body that it's time to relax and prepare for sleep. However, as we age, the production of melatonin naturally decreases, which can make falling asleep more difficult. Even if an elderly person spends hours in bed, they may find themselves waking up multiple times during the night or experiencing restless sleep. This was exactly the issue Robert had been facing. Despite his commitment to going to bed at 8 p.m. every night, he continued to struggle with insomnia, feeling restless and often overthinking about his inability to sleep. Thanks to his doctor's guidance, Robert came to realize that the most important factor for quality sleep isn't just how long you spend in bed, but how well you sync your sleep habits with your body's natural biological rhythms. As melatonin secretion decreases with age, it leads to changes in sleep patterns, something Robert was experiencing firsthand. By adjusting his approach to bedtime and paying closer attention to his body's signals, Robert began to see improvements in his sleep quality. What is melatonin? Melatonin is a hormone secreted by the pineal gland in the brain, often referred to as the sleep signal hormone. Its primary role is to help regulate the circadian rhythm, which is the body's internal clock that guides our natural sleep-wake cycle by responding to the changes between day and night. Essentially, melatonin informs the body when it's time to rest. However, as we age, especially after reaching 70, melatonin production decreases significantly. When melatonin levels drop, our internal clock becomes less sensitive to the day-night cues that once helped us maintain a healthy sleep pattern. As a result, older adults often feel tired in the early evening but struggle to get quality sleep, leading to frequent awakenings throughout the night. When people were younger, their circadian rhythms worked efficiently, providing abundant energy during the day and enabling deep, restorative sleep at night. But as we get older, the internal clock slows down, which can disrupt the timing of sleep. For example, even if an older individual goes to bed early, their brain may not receive the appropriate signals to trigger the start of the sleep cycle, making it harder to fall into deep sleep despite lying in bed for hours. This lack of restorative sleep can lead to waking up the next morning feeling drained and often makes it difficult to stay active and engaged throughout the day. Melatonin acts as a command signal, essentially telling the brain that it's time to rest. At night, when melatonin levels rise, it signals to the body that it's time to wind down. However, by the time people reach their 70s, they secrete only about half the amount of melatonin that younger individuals do, which significantly impairs their ability to fall asleep and enter deep sleep. Deep sleep is vital for the body's recovery and regeneration, and a decrease in melatonin is one of the factors that disrupt this critical sleep stage. Moreover, the combination of a slowed internal clock and reduced melatonin makes it easier for the circadian rhythm to become misaligned. For older adults who go to bed too early, their bodies may not receive enough signals from melatonin to properly regulate their sleep-wake cycle, leading to shallow sleep and frequent awakenings at night. 2 health problems caused by going to bed too early. For many, especially in older generations, the idea of going to bed early and waking up early is often associated with a healthy lifestyle. It's seen as a sign of discipline and a way to maintain good health. However, for older adults, this early to bed, early to rise routine doesn't always produce the desired effects. Trying to adhere to this schedule can lead to a couple of significant health problems, especially as we age. Here are 2 common issues that can arise from going to bed too early. Problem 1. The longer you sleep, the more fatigued you become. Pseudo-sleep state. Studies have shown that as we age, older adults tend to experience less deep sleep and more shallow sleep. As a result, even though it may seem like they are sleeping for long hours, their bodies aren't receiving the full restorative benefits of sleep, which leads to a condition known as pseudo-sleep. In this state, the majority of sleep consists of shallow sleep, which occurs in the early stages of the sleep cycle. During shallow sleep, the body starts its repair process but doesn't reach the deeper stages where full recovery and regeneration happen. If this pattern continues over time, individuals may wake up feeling just as tired as when they went to bed, and they'll likely struggle with persistent fatigue throughout the day. Morning fatigue upon waking. A common symptom of pseudo-sleep is waking up feeling drained and fatigued. Even after a full night in bed, individuals may still experience dizziness, confusion, and a lack of energy. This lack of restorative sleep prevents the body from properly recovering overnight, leaving them feeling exhausted. Even if they try to compensate for this fatigue with naps during the day, these short periods of rest usually aren't enough to improve their energy levels or overall mood. Health risks associated with pseudo-sleep. Cardiovascular diseases. Consistently shallow sleep can disrupt the body's regulation of blood pressure and heart rate. Older adults who suffer from poor quality sleep are at a higher risk of developing cardiovascular issues such as hypertension or arrhythmias. These conditions can lead to even more severe health complications if not addressed. Chronic fatigue syndrome. Due to the inability to reach the deeper, restorative stages of sleep, fatigue persists well into the day. This constant state of tiredness can negatively affect mood, mental clarity, and overall energy. If left unchecked, this chronic fatigue can lead to mental health challenges such as depression or even full-blown chronic fatigue syndrome, making daily life increasingly difficult to manage. Insufficient blood flow to the brain. Poor sleep quality can also impact blood circulation to the brain. Since restorative sleep is necessary for proper blood flow during the night, disruptions in the sleep cycle can lead to issues like dizziness, memory problems, and an inability to concentrate, which can significantly affect cognitive function and overall daily performance. Doctor's advice from Dr. Isa. Pseudo-sleep is a red flag for underlying health issues. If an elderly person feels they are not recovering despite sleeping for extended hours, it's important to consult a healthcare professional to check for chronic conditions. For example, irregular blood sugar levels can affect sleep quality and lead to persistent fatigue. Sleep apnea, where breathing stops temporarily during sleep, can also disrupt the natural sleep cycle and result in poor quality rest. Additionally, neurological disorders or issues with nerve function can disrupt sleep rhythms, leading to further complications. Problem 2. Psychological pressure from forcing early bedtime. Many older adults, influenced by the belief that an early bedtime is the key to maintaining good health, develop the habit of going to bed even when they aren't yet tired. However, forcing themselves to follow this early bedtime routine can backfire. Instead of improving sleep and health, it often creates a hidden psychological pressure that can negatively affect both sleep quality and overall well-being. Sources of psychological pressure. Anxiety about health status. The more sleepless nights someone experiences, the more their anxiety about their health tends to increase. They start to worry that something might be wrong with their body, which only exacerbates the problem. This anxiety activates the sympathetic nervous system, which prepares the body for action, making it even harder to fall asleep. This creates a vicious cycle where anxiety leads to insomnia, and the lack of restful sleep intensifies the anxiety. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Formation of negative perceptions about sleep. When poor sleep continues for an extended period, many people begin to believe that they are suffering from chronic insomnia. They may feel as though they are unable to achieve any quality sleep, which in turn fuels a negative perception of their ability to sleep well. This mindset puts even more pressure on the act of sleeping, making it harder to relax and fall asleep in the first place. Incorrect adjustment of sleep habits. Common mistakes include excessive napping. One common mistake that many older adults make is trying to compensate for poor nighttime sleep by taking long naps during the day. While it might seem like a solution, Excessive napping can actually reduce the natural sleep pressure that builds up throughout the day, making it harder to sleep at night. This disrupts the body's internal clock, worsening the cycle of insomnia and leaving the person feeling tired and unrest. Sleeping too long in bed. Another mistake is trying to recover from fatigue by staying in bed for longer than necessary. This may seem like a way to rest more, but it harms the body's internal rhythm. Lying in bed too long, especially when not tired, makes it harder to fall asleep the following night, further disrupting the body's natural sleep patterns. Part 3. Scientific sleep advice recommended by doctors for those over 70. Dr. Stevens explained to Robert that the ideal bedtime for older adults is typically between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. This time frame is most in sync with the body's internal rhythms, helping facilitate a smooth and stable onset of sleep and promoting deeper, more restorative rest, which is essential for physical recovery. Why is 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. the best? According to scientific studies, melatonin secretion, the hormone responsible for regulating the sleep-wake cycle, begins to rise significantly around 9 p.m. If a person goes to bed before their body has produced enough melatonin, they may find it difficult to fall into deep sleep. Without deep sleep, the body doesn't have the opportunity to fully rest and regenerate, which can lead to lower sleep quality. Additionally, if someone goes to bed too early, it can disrupt their natural internal rhythm, leading to a longer period of shallow sleep. While shallow sleep is still rest, it lacks the restorative power that deep sleep provides, which often results in waking up the next morning feeling sluggish and tired. Ideal sleep duration. For elderly individuals, experts generally recommend aiming for about 7 hours of sleep each night. Sleeping significantly longer than the body's natural needs can actually increase the amount of shallow sleep, further reducing the benefits of rest and recovery. Therefore, the focus should be on sleep quality, rather than simply increasing the number of hours spent in bed. How to adjust bedtime. To help adjust to this ideal sleep schedule, gradual changes are key. Dr. Stevens advised Robert to shift his bedtime later by 15 minutes each night. By making small, incremental adjustments, the body's internal clock can gradually stabilize and sync with a more natural sleep rhythm. This method prevents sudden changes that could disrupt the body's natural sleep pattern. Evening habits are also essential. Avoiding electronic devices. One common issue many older adults face is the use of devices that emit blue light, such as smartphones, tablets, and televisions, right before bed. Blue light interferes with the body's ability to produce melatonin, making it harder for the body to prepare for sleep. Instead of using these devices in the evening, Dr. Stevens recommends engaging in calming activities, like listening to soft music, reading a book, or practicing breathing exercises, to help the body wind down and transition into sleep more easily. Optimizing sleep environment. The environment in which one sleeps also plays a major role in sleep quality. Dr. Stevens emphasized that an ideal bedroom should be quiet, well ventilated, and have soft, dim lighting to encourage melatonin production. A comfortable mattress and pillow are also crucial for improving sleep quality by reducing physical strain on the body, particularly the joints and muscles, which can become more sensitive with age. Creating an environment that supports these factors can help elderly individuals experience better sleep, reducing pain and discomfort and allowing them to wake up feeling truly rested. What to do if you wake up in the middle of the night? Waking up in the middle of the night is a common issue for many older adults. If you find yourself unable to fall back asleep after more than 20 minutes in bed, Dr. Stevens advises getting up and doing some light stretching or having a lukewarm drink to help calm your nerves. The key is to maintain a relaxed mindset and avoid the temptation to worry. Sleep is a natural process, and worrying too much can activate the body's sympathetic nervous system, making it even harder to fall asleep. If you're still unable to get back to sleep after 20 minutes, try gently getting out of bed, having a warm, non-caffeinated drink, or practicing deep breathing exercises or relaxation techniques. These calming activities can help reset both your body and mind, easing you into a more restful state and making it easier to fall back asleep. Key points to improve sleep quality. To improve sleep quality, it's essential to adopt healthy lifestyle habits throughout the day that support restful sleep at night. Experts suggest 3 specific strategies that older adults can incorporate into their daily routines, tailored to their body's natural rhythms, to ensure they're setting themselves up for proper, restorative sleep each night. Method 1. Maintain good daily habits. Moderate exercise. Engaging in light activities, such as Tai Chi or gentle dancing outdoors, is an excellent way to keep the body moving while also promoting healthy blood circulation and regulating blood pressure. These moderate forms of exercise are not only beneficial for physical health, but they also help to induce natural fatigue by the end of the day, making it easier to fall asleep at night. Exercise also stimulates the release of endorphins, which are hormones that improve mood, reduce stress, and contribute to overall mental well-being. Staying active during the day can significantly improve sleep quality, making you feel more relaxed and better prepared for a restful night's sleep. Sunlight exposure. While melatonin production naturally decreases with age, exposure to morning sunlight plays a critical role in maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm. Dr. Stevens suggests spending about 30 minutes each morning outside in natural sunlight. This exposure helps the body regulate melatonin production and enhances the body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep at the right time in the evening. Sunlight also promotes the absorption of vitamin D, which is essential for maintaining bone health, particularly as we age. A healthy balance of sunlight during the day is a simple yet effective way to support both sleep and overall health. Method 2. Maintain good evening habits. Optimize sleep environment. Creating a calm and peaceful sleep environment is key for ensuring a restful night's sleep. A quiet bedroom with a comfortable temperature and minimal lighting helps signal to the body that it's time to wind down and prepare for rest. Bright lights and sudden noises can easily overstimulate the brain, which is especially problematic for older adults, as the body's ability to relax may be more sensitive. To improve sleep, try keeping the bedroom cool and dark, and consider using soft, ambient lighting in the evening to prepare for bedtime. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Avoid stimulants. One of the most important steps in preparing for a good night's sleep is avoiding stimulants, especially before bedtime. Dr. Stevens advises refraining from consuming caffeinated beverages, strong teas, or other stimulating foods and drinks in the hours leading up to sleep. These substances can activate the nervous system and make it harder for the body to relax. In addition, it's best to eat a light dinner that doesn't overload the digestive system. Large, heavy meals can make it harder for the body to enter sleep mode, disrupting the natural rhythm and preventing quality rest. Reduce electronic device usage. Many people, especially in today's digital age, spend time on smartphones, tablets, or watching TV right before bed. However, the blue light emitted by these electronic devices suppresses melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. Dr. Stevens recommends avoiding the use of electronic devices at least 1 hour before bedtime. Instead, consider adopting relaxing activities that signal to the body that it's time to sleep. Reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing light relaxation exercises can help transition the mind and body into a peaceful state, making it easier to fall asleep naturally. Method 3. Handling nighttime awakenings. Stay calm. One of the most important things to remember when you wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall back asleep is to stay calm. Dr. Stevens emphasizes that it's essential not to blame yourself or get anxious about being awake. Anxiety activates the sympathetic nervous system, which makes it even harder to fall asleep again. It's important to remind yourself that sleep is a natural process, and not being able to sleep right away isn't necessarily a serious problem. It happens to everyone from time to time, especially as we get older. The more you stress about it, the more difficult it becomes to relax and get back to sleep. If unable to sleep after 20 minutes. If you find that you're still wide awake after about 20 minutes, Dr. Stevens advises getting up and gently leaving your bed. Doing so helps break the cycle of frustration and anxiety. Instead of staying in bed and continuing to try to fall asleep, engage in a calming activity like sipping a lukewarm drink or practicing deep breathing exercises. These gentle actions help reset your body and mind, creating a peaceful state that makes it easier to drift off to sleep when you return to bed. Whether it's a warm cup of herbal tea or a few minutes of slow, deliberate breathing, these quiet moments allow you to relax and prepare for sleep without putting pressure on yourself to fall asleep immediately. So, what have we learned today about improving sleep as we age? From adjusting your bedtime to syncing your body's natural rhythms to creating a peaceful sleep environment and managing nighttime awakenings, there are many simple yet effective strategies you can use to improve your sleep quality. Remember, quality sleep is key to a healthier and more vibrant life, especially as we get older. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you plan to bring into practice in your own life? Please leave a comment below and share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on living your best life. Your support means a lot to us, and we look forward to bringing you more valuable content.